Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Social Security Influencers 3. This is one of my favorite shows to do. I believe in giving everybody a chance to laugh and giving all audiences an opportunity to have a good time. And this show is all about that. SSI show highlights comics with a bedtime and probably a prescription as well. These are comedy veterans that share their stories and their jokes. This may not be your grandma or your nana or your grandpa's style of comedy. Don't worry. They're probably going to cuss. I'm going to tell you now, especially our headliner. I know that for a fact. We've got a great lineup of comedians today from all over the country. We've got the West Coast and the East Coast. We've got Linda Marcus Smith out of Las Vegas, Nevada. We've got Sandy Bernstein out of Spencerville, Maryland. We've got Ed Smith out of Troy, New York. And our headliner today, the nasty, the raunchy, the crazy, Tony Viagra out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. But give it up for your host now, the host with the most. He hosts Ye Old Open Mic. He's a great guy. Love having him. He works with me to get this done. Give it up for Al Coseglia. You're on mute, Al.
I thought you had me muted. I'm glad to be here. Welcome to Social Security Influence number 3.
Yay.
Thank you to Dante Barnett, producer that gives a lot of people a chance to perform and runs the Suitman Productions, which is a fabulous corporation. And he's out of Seattle. We thank him for this, and we thank him for all the other shows he does. This is a good old show. Why? Because we're old. All right, let's get moving. I'm 71. I don't have much time. Except for today. Today is a special day for us over the age of 60 because today we get an extra hour of life. What a gift. Happy Halloween. Makes the world even crazier and scarier than it already is. William Shatner goes into space, comes back, says, I hope I never recover. I've never seen the Earth from space, but I know I'll never recover from having seen Squid Games. All right, it's not for old people. It doesn't work with young people either, so I don't know. Someone challenged me because it's Halloween. We were watching a murder show, and they said, oh, you don't know any murderers, but I do. This guy I know poisoned his wife with cyanide, put it in her food and beverage. He was on my soccer team. After that, once he got charged, we never let him bring halftime refreshments. Scary movies. Halloween is out, but in our time, the guy was Vincent Price. And really everyone knows him because he's the voice on Thriller. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. Oh God, I do that much more. I'm not going to make it to 72. What was the best year of your life? For me, it was 1967. How sad is that? I was a senior in high school. Now I'm a senior in society, so nothing's changed. 2020, in the world is crazy. 2020 sucked. 2021 is not much better. And it got me thinking, I didn't think I'd see it, but I think I'm going to be here for the end of the world. All right, too much truth, huh? I'm 71. I'm born in 1950. 1950. I performed recently at the historic Firehouse Theater in Farmers Branch, Texas. Historic. Built in 1958. What does that make us? Prehistoric.
Yeah. Woo.
I'm 71. I'm not happy about it. I would tell people, hey, I love being 69. And I would tell people, hey, I'm 69. And they would say, nice. Now I tell people I'm 71. Yeah, that's exactly what they do everywhere. So to stay connected with 69, I like to tell 69 jokes. My goal for 2021 is to write 69 jokes. I only have 15. I wrote 6, then I wrote 9 more. I've been working on that all fucking day. You gotta write the numbers backwards. All right, so I'm gonna say, what I love about 69, and you're all gonna say what? Let's get some audience participation going.
What?
You know what I love about, and I'm gonna do a holiday theme because it's the holidays. You know what I love about 69?
What?
What?
It reminds me of Halloween because it's no tricks and all treats. You know what I love about 69?
What?
Thank you. Thank you. I can't answer if I don't get a what.
What?
It reminds me of Thanksgiving because everyone eats and no one goes home hungry. Too much for you, huh? All right, one last thing. You know what I love about 69?
What?
What?
It reminds me of Christmas because you're both giving and receiving. I am Al Coseglia. Thank you very much. We have a
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, we've got great performers. And let's get our first comic up here. She has interviewed more than 805 comedians. Yeah, I'm not one of them.
You will be.
But only has 300 subscribers on YouTube. That's a lot. But she should have more. She's funny. She's from Las Vegas. She's Linda Marcus Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to be here. I bouffanted my hair since this is the Social Security hour. A throwback to the 60s. I've been busy aging. That's what I do with my time. I officially changed the subject years old.
Yeah.
I'm 21 times 3 plus none of your business. That's how old. Yeah. I don't like conspiracy theorists. Are any of you conspiracy theorists? I like you. I just don't like the theories, like I hate it when people say that the Holocaust didn't exist because my parents went through it. So it doesn't hold water for me, but I like to out conspiracy theory the theorists by saying, oh, no, it's okay. You don't have to believe it existed. And I don't believe in yours. I believe in the other Holocaust. And then they just shake their heads and walk away.
Yeah.
That's a win. I come from a crazy little town before Vegas. I was born and raised in the Upper West Side of the US map, Oregon. It's crazy there. I grew up in a little town nobody has ever heard of in the news lately at all, Portland, Oregon. Oh, the place has gone off the rails. They're burning statues, rioting. They burnt down my favorite deer statue that my grandma and I used to have lunch in front of in the 60s. So now Portland can say that the buck does stop there, I guess. That's it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Portland. When I grew up there in the 50s, Al, I'm a year younger than you, actually. When I grew up in Portland, you used to have to ride a really slow trolley all the way across town to shop fast. Oh, shoplift. That's what it was. Shoplift. Yeah. I shoplifted my way through the 60s because I didn't know it was wrong until the 70s. I might have had an inkling, but I came to realizing it's wrong in the 70s. So I went back to the store and told them, I've been stealing lipstick and makeup for 10 years. What can I do to make it up? And they said, without blinking an eye, they said, just don't come back. So, yeah, that's how you get out of an ankle bracelet in Portland. Portland, it rains a lot. One day it was raining so hard, I almost kissed a Portland barista. I know, right? You would have wanted to, Sandy, because what he said to me, it was rainy day, makeup coming down my face. He said, you look like Marilyn. And I was like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. And he goes, no, Manson, you look like Marilyn Manson.
Oh.
That's when I wanted to go back and shop for makeup. Shoplifted. Yeah. Now I wear waterproof makeup just to avoid that. I'm a boomer. I know a lot of us are. And for the young people, a boomer, that means, just let me fill you in. A boomer is that group of people you want to do a bunch of curl ups. You know, wait, curl up and die already. That's what it is. You want us to curl. We're not gonna make you happy that way. Stop doing that. I know some of you are out there going, does this lady live in a nursing home or did she just escape from one? I get it. Yeah, on a bad day, I don't even know which it is. That's fine. Yeah. I have a twin brother. Can you believe it? There's two of us. Yeah. Everybody has a doppelganger, but my twin brother, he actually exists in Portland, Oregon. His name is Fred, and he's funny. He says, I look just like him in drag. And I say, Fred, I was born first by 30 minutes. That officially makes you my afterbirth. So take that. You got to get even. He lives in the Northwest, right? And he said to me, he embarrassed me so much on his last birthday because he came out as a 70-year-old. Now I'm busted. Thanks a lot, Fred. It's the Northwest. He comes out as a 70-year-old. So I guess that makes him a Sasquatchenarian. Yeah, I don't know. But you know, speaking of the pandemic, were we? We are now. When the pandemic happened, wasn't it weird? They came on the TV and they said, it's not safe to travel. I looked around my tiny apartment. I saw the fridge. I saw the cupboards. I saw the cat bowl, and I gorged myself. I ate everything in the house. Not safe to travel. I ate everything in the house and sent my hips abroad. Goes over better in a nursing home, I guess. I'm fine with that. Then they came on the news and they said, listen, stay home and don't be sticking your fingers up in your orifices. Remember that? That was awkward. Big brother is watching us, I guess. And then they came on the news and they said, okay, it's getting a little safer out there. You can now fill spaces to 38%. I'm like, I'm not good at math. What's 38% of a fist? Yeah, oh my gosh. I got sick and tired of living in Portland at one point, and I took a trip to live in New York. And when I got there, I saw it, Sandy, Tony. I saw your Empire State Building, and it was singing right to me. You know, the song, If You Can Make It Here. And then I heard the voice, get out of the bike lane, you crazy bitch. Oh my gosh. And I needed a shrink, Duante. I needed one badly because I got yelled at in public in New York City in my first 5 minutes there. And the shrink started taking all my symptoms from me. I'm from Portland. If I wanted to have my identity stolen, I could have done it back home with the meth heads. See, everything I told her she had, headache, nausea, vomiting, whatever, you get it. She took everything. So I took her husband. I didn't. With these dimples, you know, I thought about it, but I'm from a very passive aggressive town called Portland. So I didn't take her husband Al. I had my neighbor do it. That's how we roll. Yeah. I have 3 names I go by, Linda Marcus Smith. And I'm doing that for a very specific reason. Because I'm changing history. I know. Who would have thought a comedian could change history? Yeah. See, in history, a lot of people were bad with 3 names. Like, oh, I don't know, John Wilkes Booth, shooter. You know, there was John Wayne Gacy, murderer. Adolf Blanken Hitler, hopeless overachiever. They were all bad. And I'm turning that around because I think that people with 3 names should have good reputations. You know, like Neil Patrick Harris, for instance. Everybody loves him. Way to go, Neil. Yeah, Neil and I are just like this. Now that I've done so much in my life and I'm so old, my whole life is about making the military and veterans laugh. When I was in the Army, and when I can make, thank you, Sandy, when I can make anybody who has served our country laugh and forget whatever they had to do so we can sling jokes in English, my life is worthwhile. That's for sure. And that's why I'm always going to get out there and find another GI spot. Thank you for your service to me, folks. Well, that's about my time. I love you all, and thanks for having me on this amazing show for us almost old people. Thank you, Linda Marcus Smith.
Linda Marcus Smith, bringing honor to a person with 3 names. I love your, I got to tell you, I love your hair. And just another thing, I love it when young women say orifice. So thank you. Thank you. All right, our next comic, coming to us from Baltimore, Maryland, performed in clubs and festivals all around the country. TV credits. She has TV credits. Amazon Videos, Comics Watching Comics, and ASY TV's Love on Lockdown, living room comedy show where she has a recurring role. She's a big star. We're excited she's here. Let's give it up for the very funny Sandy Bernstein.
Thank you, Al. And thank you all for being here. Yes, my name is Sandy Bernstein, and I am a sexy senior citizen. Hey, thank you, Linda. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I should be. I've had 60 years to stretch it out. I'm a member of SAG and I'm not even an actor. Now, you may not have been expecting sexy senior citizen from a woman who looks like she'd shush you in the library. Hey, I'm surprised by what comes out of my mouth. Just wait till you hear what goes into it. So, I mean, if you were expecting gardening and grandchildren, you're going to be disappointed. But anyway, speaking of disappointment, I am divorced. Is anybody else here insanely happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, well, I did remarry, and actually I'm glad, because I would not want to be dating, you know, I mean, because I feel that women at my age are at a definite disadvantage when it comes to dating. Am I right, Linda?
Yes.
Okay. No, I mean, okay, younger women get nasty pictures of men's body parts. We get pictures of their ancestors they want to hook us up with. I don't want to see a bunch of old geezers. Send me the dick pics.
Yeah.
Now, younger women have to worry about their dates being able to see the road clearly after a few drinks. We have to worry about our dates being able to see well enough to drive. I used to hate it when they'd roll up in a Metro Access van. Yeah. That meant the date had to be over by 9:30. Otherwise, our asses would be stranded. And you have no idea how frustrating it is to be stuck out on the street with some half-blind old man with medical issues who can't even summon an Uber on his jitterbug telephone. Well, when you're dating at my age, a lot of men are looking for a nurse. Hey, I was looking for somebody to fill my purse.
Yeah.
I wasn't holding out for somebody who takes my breath away. I'd settle for someone who was still breathing. I mean, the only thing hard on these guys is their hearing, or possibly their stool.
Yeah.
I never wanted to Netflix and chill because I was afraid they'd fall asleep for the last time. Yeah, there's nothing romantic about a man freezing up on you because rigor mortis is setting in. Yeah, I don't care how hard he gets. I mean, they think hooking up is being connected to a heart monitor. And you know what? Say if you should hook up, you better hope it's on a 500 thread count Egyptian sheets, because otherwise, if you try to do it doggy style, his nuts and your nipples are going to get rug burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young people have a lot of dating apps to choose from, you know, Tinder, Hinge, Bumble. We have Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Our Time. But after looking at the profile pictures, I'm convinced it should be called Out of Time. I mean, you know something's up when the men are expiring faster than their memberships. Okay. I once made a date with a man on a Monday to go out that Friday. He showed up. I showed up. I got there just in time. Okay. I'll say that much. To say a few words at the eulogy. Yeah. Talk about getting ghosted.
Yeah.
Well, from then on, I never made a date any more than 24 hours in advance, you know, because those Our Time relationships can just turn in a heartbeat. Yeah. So I once went out with a man who said he enjoyed long walks in the park. So I met him there. He showed up in a wheelchair expecting me to push him. Oh, that's okay. I mean, I didn't mind. I pushed him into traffic.
Yeah.
He was getting on my nerves. Now, look, I don't want you to think I'm mean. I mean, we just celebrated our 6th wedding anniversary
Mm.
on I-95. Yeah, for our 10th anniversary, he wants to go to Spain for the running of the bulls. You know, I just want to steer clear of that. Instead, I want to go to Hawaii, get up close and personal with those volcanoes. You know, I think that would be hot. Yeah, to be there on the edge of a volcano with my lava. But yeah, you know, you got to read between the lines on these dating profiles. I mean, you know, if they tell you they have their own transportation, their wheelchair is motorized. Yeah, I went out with this one man who was bragging that he was financially secure, and I was like, all you ever talk about is collecting Social Security. And he was like, I know you can't get any more financially secure than that. I got $400 coming in next week. I'm taking you to the Olive Garden. You can get all the breadsticks you want. Yeah, well, Well, I'll tell you, this guy, he told me he was into heavy metal. So I thought, we had something in common that we'd talk about Metallica. He proceeded to tell me all about his hip replacement.
Yeah.
So, he forgot, get this, he was actually married, but he never told me because he forgot. He was too senile to remember. Yeah, and he could never remember my name. I mean, he used to call me by every name except my own. And I was like, I don't care if you remember my name, just so long as you don't forget to pick up the check. And he's like, pick up the what? I don't even know what day it is. What years? Are we still in World War II? Are we still fighting Mussolini and the fascists? I'm like, no. We're in the Olive Garden. Pass the breadsticks. But look, I have to tell you, I was never completely forthcoming in my dating profile. I mean, I should have changed it a long time ago from DTF to AARP. Or to DNR. Yeah, do not resuscitate. I mean, look, I got my issues, okay? I mean, I can't get down on all fours unless there's padding, right? And then I need a Hoyer lift to get back up. And we have to make love with the lights on because in the dark, we'll never find each other. Yeah. As a matter of fact, when I misplace my glasses, I can't find them in broad daylight. And, full disclosure here, if I'm getting wet down there, it's a bladder control issue. Yeah, depends. Okay, guys, are you ready to hear about my grandchildren? Do you want to hear about my grandkids? You do? Okay. I don't have any fucking grandkids. I am a proud member of the Barren Womb Club, okay? I am childless by choice with no regrets, okay? I mean, hey, nobody sucks on these titties without buying me dinner. Yeah, this ain't no milk bar. Hey, I haven't been puked or peed on since college. And, I never had to wipe anybody's butt, okay? I mean, my cat knew how to clean herself from day one. My friends' kids, they were all grown up before they learned how to eat ass.
Yeah.
So my toys are way more fun than Legos and Barbies. I mean, kids' toys are powered by imagination. Did I mention I don't have any kids? I could afford really cool toys like gasoline operated toys like my ATV. Yeah, I love riding around the property in that thing. It vibrates so much. I have a really good time.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I'm coming or going or both. But hey, I think I'll be going. I'm Sandy Bernstein. Thank you guys.
Yay.
That's it
Yeah.
for Sandy
Yeah.
Bernstein. Sandy, love your stuff. Absolutely hilarious. Thank you. I was a little concerned because you took us to scat humor, and thank God you never went to necrophilia, although you came close.
Yes, indeed.
All right, let's move on. All right, this next performer technically qualifies today because he was born 30,000 years ago. He before being frozen in a giant glacier, he has performed with Dog, the missing leg saber tooth tiger tamer. Thank you for making me say that. And with T-Rex, the real one, not the Mark Bolan group. I don't know who that is. Here he is to impart his knowledge to the world. Oog, son of Og.
Woo!
Oh, 어. 아, 허니인데, 허니, 누누누라, 얼르르르, 오니, 유니, 울르누누라, 하하, 둘르르르, 매, 둘르가르라, 매매매매, 오르르르, 냠냠냠, 오, 오르메네, 매매 그르르르, 예, 들르르르, 오, 구르르르, 하하하, 그래, 매매매매, 그러면, 매르르르 매매매매 그래 매매매 이러는 거다 저래 매매매매르르르 매매르르 매매르르르 르르르르 르르르 호야 르르르 건르르 난 매매르르르 홀레 매매매 호야 야 르르르 르르르르 아레레베 매매 그러지 그러 오 훈련 돌려 건들래 오 른들 돌려고 오 건들래 오야 돌려 매매 오래 그러네 혼들에 오가 오와 혼들에 오와 응가다 오와 오 른들 그러라 하나 오오오오오 매매 오 른들 오 걸려 돈들에 엘리메네 매매를 그래 옹공디디디 홀란다다두레 홀란다다두레 곤데 몰루 르나 그래 오오오오오오오 매 르르 그래 딘들른데 르르르 그래 하하하하 홀리레 홀리레다 하하하하 홀리레 그래 그래 매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매매 ring ding 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 ring ding 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 ring ding 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 원래는 그래 원래는 우리면 원래는 인디아 가다다 비다 그건 맨날 올라 간다다 비다 그래 이런 맨날 그래 르는 가다다 비다 그래 그래 홀루 홀루루루 홀루루루 홀루 홀루루루 홀루루루루 홀루루루 홀루루루루루루 홀루루루 홀루루루루루루 홀루루루 홀루루루 그래. 매매 홀레둘레 홀레 그래 매매매매 홀루루 돈들들이 Oh, hoy, gululu. Oh, holy, good. Oh, hoodie, gondolu. Oh, what do no. Oh, gondid. Lulu. No, gululu. Oh, get a little better. Okay. Done it. Oh, let me get Hindi, Dilly, Kulu. Holy is it? Holy. I think I did I got no go. Oh, good. Hold it. And I meant the oh, Lily. What are you going to do? Oh, in a minute. We make the man to get oh, pull it in the door. Maybe go, no. And maybe, oh, pull it. Maybe go, there you go. Lily. Oh, holy Lily on Dillato. Oh, man, good in it. Yeah, a little better. Yeah, little better. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, gonna do a lot number. Oh, gonna do. Oh, gonna do. Oh, little. Oh, hey, oh, little. Holding in the do ba, what a wa. What a who naguna wa, when I do, when I wa, all you can do, hold and do that, when and do, wow. Oh, hulu, hulu, oh, yeah, Lily, oh, a minute, me get in the ole gunde dulu, oh, me make a little dundu, Lily, oh, Gandhi, indeed, indeed, gonna do have a paw, indeed, gonna do indeed, gonna do nevermore. Oh, holy, yeah, Gunidi, holy nigger, halabadi, and they gonna look at the woo abato, and they gonna do nevermore. Oh, holy nigger, oh, gonna lala did it. Well, meme, go to Lula. Luna did it. I did it. Oh, Luna. Wow, lambande dulle gunde da. Olula dunde ruda. Holanda, oh yeah. Lady did go to the j. Oh, Lunde, go to the. Lunde, go live. Oh, Lunde. Holly Gundy, Gundy, Dully. Oh, Lunde. Get it in a matter.
All right. Let's hear it for Oog. He was fabulous. Loved him. He should have, for South Pacific, he should have done. Sorry. All right, I'm having a good time. Maybe I'm having too good a time. I'm sorry. All right, let's hear it for Old. I love that stuff. All right, our closer. He is the gangster of comedy. He's a disabled veteran and a presidential candidate. I'd vote for him. He's open for Doug Stanhope and Reverend Bob Levy. He's been thrown out of comedy clubs across the country for being politically incorrect. Please subscribe to Tony's YouTube channel. Here he is, Tony Viagra.
I'm having a rotten fucking day. A rotten fucking day. I went in the men's room before to take a piss. Right above the urinals in big letters, free blowjobs. There's a phone number. It's my ex-wife's phone number. That fucking bitch always charged me.
Mhm.
You know, if I was a psychic and I knew that an airplane was going to crash, I'd buy a round trip ticket for my ex-wife. I'm just fucking around. You can't say that. That's not right. You can't say that. I'd buy a one-way ticket. No, ladies and gentlemen, I need to apologize because I've just been a little too cynical about my ex-wife. Just a little bit. Because, you know, Shirley's a good person. Yes, she is. She's a good person. She feeds the homeless, the lions at the zoo. You know? You know? My ex-wife is so fat. I got a hernia when I tried to lift her spirits. You know, it's important, you know, that I had a near-death experience. My marriage. I lost 200 pounds of cellulite. I got divorced. I married Hitler's daughter. It wasn't fun. Yeah, I'm glad she's gone. She's very superstitious. She's a rabbit's foot. Her other foot's normal. I was looking for my soulmate. I wound up with a cellmate. I wanted a woman who was stable. She belongs in a stable. But yes, I had a trophy bride. Yes, she was a trophy bride. Yeah, she was a trophy bride. I wish she was on the wall next to the trophy moose. I'm sleeping a lot better now. Sleeping a lot better because I had a lump on my mattress. My divorce lawyer got rid of the lump. She's on a special diet. She had all her meals delivered by a feed truck, and she ate out of a trough. I'm not saying she's fat, but she's 4 stomachs to choose her cud. And you know, she has a borderline personality disorder. Too bad Trump can't build a wall on that border. We're an ugly couple. Yeah, we were. We're an ugly couple. We're really fucking ugly. We're so ugly. We got the negative for a wedding picture framed. And she's ugly too. When she goes to the beauty shop, she gets an estimate. Yes. Yes. And, you know, she's big into this astrology bullshit. You know, she's big into that. You know, she's a feces.
Yeah.
And her perfume wears, her perfume smells worse than beer farts. She wears Chanel #2. So she just made a #2. You know, you know, she was overweight. So she went to one of these diet doctors. He told her watch what she eats. Now she's in front of a mirror. You know, when we were married, when I was married, we fucked twice a year, on the 4th of July and on Christmas Eve. In other words, particular revolution or the birth of God's son for me to get laid. Yeah, but I wasn't getting action at home, so I dropped her a hint. I bought her a bag of laid potato chips. Laid potato chips. Laid fucking potato chips. She didn't think it was funny either. You know? Yeah, we used to do a dog style. We used to do a dog style. That got old. She keep barking like give her a treat. And one night, my ex and I, we recorded ourselves fucking. Then we watched the video. I got to tell you, it was really fucking stupid. First, there were them goofy faces. That's before I got in bed. And then the screaming started when I wiped my cock on the curtain. And then she sat on my face and left a big fart. You know, we were so embarrassed after that. We always fucking our clothes on. I was trapped in a bad marriage. Yeah, I was trapped. You know, nothing ever went right. I sent her to Cox's to get me a seersucker suit. She went to Sears and got me a cocksucker suit. I learned one thing from that marriage. I learned one thing. One thing. I learned she's nuts and I'm nuts. And two nuts don't make an almond joy. I'm excited to announce that I recently went on a blind date. I went on a blind date and we agreed to meet outside. And when she saw me walking towards her, she started waving her arms around. I thought, wow, this is cool. She's really excited. As I got closer, she kept waving her arms. And she started dancing around. And she kept waving her arms and dancing and waving and dancing and waving and dancing, waving. And she's having an epileptic seizure. Yeah. And that's what I thought too. And, you know, and I said, what's your name? She said, my name is Tanous. I said, that's a very pretty name. That's a very pretty, is that French? She said, no, it's cunt spelled backwards. And yeah, I went another blind date recently. Yes, I'll admit I went another blind date. Yeah, and we met at Starfucks. For a couple of, why do I call it Starfucks? Because when you buy a cup of their battery acid coffee, you get fucked. Okay, so we met at Starfucks. I got to tell you, I'm very respectful, very considerate, very dignified. Can't you tell? I got to tell you, this lady's ass was big. I like a lady with a big ass, but this was like big, like capital B, capital I, capital G, big, you know? And then she goes to the gas station, she gets her ass inflated. You know, her ass is so fucking big, she had to have a wheel on her ass so she doesn't get stuck when she walks up a hill. You know, her ass is so fucking big. She said Goodyear on the back of her ass. You know, I'm serious. Her ass was so fucking big, you could put a saddle on her ass and ride it in a fucking rodeo. In fact, her ass was so big, Starfucks had to grease the doorway so she could leave. And have you ever noticed how people define themselves with cars? Have you ever noticed that? Have you? Yes. Have you noticed a guy driving down the street in a $70,000 Corvette? Ever seen a guy driving down the street in a $70,000 Corvette? That's a lot of fucking money to get your dick sucked. You know, I used to drive around town in the 1971 Olds Cutlass, an Oldsmobile Cutlass that cost $1,200. Got used for $1,200. I got my dick sucked. I don't want to tell you, it was better than a $70,000 Corvette. Why was it better? I'll tell you why. Because the inside dome light didn't work, which means I couldn't see it sitting in front of my fucking face. And you know, have you noticed a gorgeous, voluptuous blonde driving down the street in a $70,000 Corvette? What does that mean? It means it's a stolen car. And how about when you see a guy driving down the street in a Mini Cooper? Mini Cooper, what goes through your mind? Intellectual, socially concerned, environmentally concerned, douchebag. You know, people are worried there's going to be an insurrection, and I'm worried that I'm going to have an erection. You know, at the point in my life where everything gets hard are my arteries. I was going to dye my hair, but my hair died before I could dye it. And there's a little thing called COVID-19. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard this little thing called COVID-19. I'm trying to get COVID-19. Yes, I am. I'm trying to get COVID-19. I'm trying to get COVID-19 because at my age, I'll take anything that's 19. And
Yeah.
I can't wait for this pandemic to end. I can't wait for 10 so I can pick my nose. This pandemic is really crazy. It's really crazy. I haven't had a drink since this pandemic started. Now I use a funnel. And of course, there's the $1,400 stimulus check. People got a $1,400 stimulus check due to the pandemic. And I've been wondering, did prostitutes get a $1,400 stimulus check or just a check? They don't need stimulus, And now things weren't bad enough. Now things weren't bad. Now there's 2 COVID-19s. One from China and one from Italy. So how do you tell the difference? Well, the one from Italy has an accent and talks with its hands. And this pandemic is so bad. It's so bad that now a person dies every minute from COVID-19. Yes, a person dies every minute from COVID-19. It's the same person. And now the big thing is social distancing. Social distance. Everybody's doing social distancing, and I'm all pro at social distancing because women have been keeping their distance from me for years. This pandemic has changed the whole world. Changed the whole world. A good example is I went to a Chinese restaurant last night for takeout, and now C19 is pandemic, no my fun. Okay, and also the biggest change has been the advent of Zoom video. I'm sure you've heard of Zoom video. And probably wish you'd bust some stock at Zoom video 2 years ago. Zoom video. We're on Zoom video, I think, and Zoom video conferences. Everybody's on a Zoom video conference. If I could, I'm sure there are bullshit meetings at work now are on Zoom video conferences rather than at work. So you don't have to sit there and act like you're fucking awake during these boring work meetings, which are like the worst, like Chinese water torture. Okay, I've been there. Okay, I see like it's like bigger than a German Stein full of coffee. It's like a caffeine to stay awake for 30 fucking minutes. I listen to this boring bullshit. Anyways, I love Zoom video. Why do I love Zoom video? Because last week I went to church services via Zoom video, which means I didn't have to spend 2 hours sitting behind that big fat lady spilling her rotten stinking farts. And the CDC recommends effective hand washing to prevent the spread of COVID-19. And experts recommend singing happy birthday while washing your hands to ensure that you wash your hands long enough. So I've been wondering, if I'm supposed to sing happy birthday while I wash my hands, what am I supposed to do when I wipe myself? Stand up and sing the national anthem? And our town is so poor. Our town is so poor. It's really poor. Our town is so poor, we can only get COVID-18. And this pandemic hit the economy really hard. I'm sure you heard. People need jobs. People are looking for jobs. People need good paying jobs. I'm not looking for a job. My dog's job. So I don't step in it. There's big news on the vaccine. This brought a vaccine just for the hood. Yes, a vaccine just for the hood. It's manufactured by Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson. It's 35% less effective than Pfizer and Moderna. So they sent it to the hood. And I got to tell you, folks, this pandemic killed my social life. My social life is dead. I mean, it's really dead. The only time I hang out is when I take a shower. And, I got to tell you, how about this crazy fucking bullshit about football players taking a knee? I wish my girlfriend had taken a knee, both knees. It's important you know a little bit about me. I have an alcohol problem. I can't afford it. I'm a drug addict. I should have castor oil. I don't get high, but my bowels are great. And I had a normal childhood. I had a normal childhood. I was breastfed until I was 17. I'm an ex-con. Yes, I admit I'm an ex-con. I served 3 to 6 for ripping a tag off a pillow. Let's go to Let's go to the SSI ground rules before we get going here. We got some ground rules here, folks. They better follow these ground rules. It's BYOB. Bring your own bag. If your woman's really fucking ugly, put a bag on her head. Please, you can't see her. Okay? It's BYON. Bring your own Narcan. Like that shit's too fucking expensive. If you're doing this show, you're shit out of luck. And it's BYOD. Bring your own drugs. I don't share mine. It's okay if you want to share yours, especially your weed. You know, it's BYOL. Bring your own Limburger cheese. Look, if you get pissed off at this show, even though you're home, put a block of Limburger cheese on your chair. Because I guarantee in the morning, your house will stink like shit. And you won't know why. And I'm a people person. Can't you tell? I'm a people person. I want people to need me. I need people to need me because in the moral wars, the immortal words of Miss Barbara Streisand, people who need people are a big pain in the ass. And, you know, I need a new doctor. I told my doctor, Dr. Lipschitz, everything I eat goes right through me. I can't digest anything. He said, I have the perfect cure for you. You prescribe marijuana suppositors. Every time I fart, it's like there's something in my pants smoking a joint. I got a lot of health problems. Can't you tell? Went to my eye doctor because I couldn't see. He told me I have glaucoma. Put me on medical marijuana. I still can't see. But now, when I fall down the steps, I laugh a lot. I went to my urologist. Yes, I went to my urologist because I couldn't depend on my depends. And my urologist said, you need Cialis. And I said, I need Cialis? Did you Cialis? Did you Cialis? Has anyone seen Fat Ugly Alice? Paging Fat Ugly Alice. Paging my ex-wife, she's fat and ugly too. Then my urologist said, what color is your urine? I said, what does that matter? He said, well, if it's bright yellow, I need a sample. I said, why? He said, well, it's like making after dinner drink for my mother-in-law. I said, hey, doc, my balls always itch. And he said, scratch them. Now, this is very embarrassing what I'm going to tell you next. So let's please keep it among the 1,000 people hopefully watching here tonight. It's very embarrassing. So let's just not let this get out. Or I'll be really depressed. And I don't want that. I'm sick of those fucking meds. Now, I went to my psychiatrist because I get intimidated and scared when I meet an attractive lady who I'm interested in. You know, fear of rejection. So my psychiatrist said, when you meet an attractive lady who you're interested in, you must visualize her sitting on the toilet and leaving loud farts. Then you won't be intimidated and you'll be able to pursue a relationship with that lady. Great advice. So then I met an attractive lady who I was interested in. But I couldn't visualize her sitting on the toilet leaving loud farts. I had a brainstorm and my shoes got wet. I had a brainstorm. I waited till she went in the ladies' room. Then I waited a while. Then I went in the ladies' room. I slowly pushed open each stall door. So finally, I pushed open her stall door. And there she was, in all her splendor, sitting on the toilet, leaving loud farts that I can visualize. Yes! My criminal hearing is November 20th.
Yeah.
You know? And there was help at work. There was help at work last Monday morning. There was help. So I left the back door of the building propped open all weekend. When they came in Monday morning, they found squatters in a ladies' room. You know? I sneezed the other day and someone said, bless you. And I said, thank you. I started wondering, what happens when an atheist sneezes and someone says, bless you? Did they say thank you or fuck off, asshole? And you know, I'm not a crazy day today, really fucking crazy. You know, I was standing in a grocery store today and a lady walked right up to me and she said, do you believe in love at first sight? Before I could answer, I realized she had a glass eye, you know? And I was leaving work on Friday. That was yesterday. And a guy stopped me and said, hey, if I don't see you, have a good weekend. And I said, what if you do see me? Should I eat shit and croak? And you know, I was leaving a restaurant today. This morning. He said, have a good one. Good what? Good nervous breakdown? A good stroke? Or good food poisoning from eating your food? Yeah. And you know, I'm thinking about joining a church. Because I need a church family. I can need a second hole up my ass. You know, I'm thinking about joining one of these mega churches. You know, these mega churches are popping up everywhere. You know, a car dealer goes out of business, boom, it's a mega church. So I went to visit a mega church and everyone there was born again. So I asked my mom, she said once is enough. You know, and they had a young hip pastor there, you know, at the door greeting everybody, young hip, you know, with the yuppie douchebag haircut. He's wearing a t-shirt, you know, t-shirt says all in, all in. And I thought, what the fuck is all in? Probably some kind of code for Satan, you know? If I was a young hip pastor at that church, I'd be wearing a t-shirt too. Except my t-shirt would say, suck my dick. And that's code for suck my dick. And I'm trying to figure out why are these mega churches so popular? Is it because of the live Christian rock music, or is it because of the coffee bar, or is it because they don't have priests running around trying to fuck kids in their ass? You know, speaking of priests, I get nice with the Pope because I got a dilemma. Yes, I know. I got a dilemma. I get my audience with the Pope. I'm going to say, Holy Father, I got a dilemma. On the first date, there's a real lady. Let you lick her asshole. One more time. Let's all do it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let you lick her asshole. You know, I was sick of getting dusted up like a big retard trying to make people laugh, because I can do better than this, and I will, because I'm going to start the Tony Viagra TV ministry. Yes, the Tony Viagra TV ministry. Send your prayer dollars in now to Tony Viagra at 1-800-BIG-BULLSHIT. Send your prayer dollars in now, or God will fart in your face. Yes, God will fart in your face. And God's farts are powerful farts. And God's farts are loud farts. And God's farts stink like hell. And send your power. And if you need to heal, send your prayer dollars in now, and old dogs will heal. Now, people may wonder, why does Tony Viagra act the way he does? Why does Tony Viagra say the things he says? Why is Tony Viagra a gangster? Well, it all goes back to when little Tony Viagra was in 2nd grade. He was rehearsing for the 2nd grade Christmas play, rehearsing Christmas carols. When one day, little Tony's teacher, Mrs. Moran, she called little Tony aside. She said, Tony, when we sing Christmas carols, you just move your lips, but don't sing. Just move your lips, but don't sing. Okay, so we had our Christmas play and sang Christmas carols, and I moved my lips, but I didn't sing. Okay, so that's 100 fucking years ago. Who cares, right? I just found out recently that Mrs. Moran died. Mrs. Moran is dead. I will not talk about the dead because it's not right. And I have too much class to talk about the dead. So I'm not going to tell you what a rotten old fucking bastard she was, because I won't talk about the dead. It's not right. Do you want to not permit me to talk about the dead? So I'm not going to tell you what a sick old son of a bitch she was. It's not right. I won't do it. But what we're going to do for you tonight, right here in this show, what I'm going to do just for you, tonight, right here, right now. I'm going to sing a Christmas carol right here, right now, just for you. A Christmas carol just for you. Here it goes.
Yeah.
I'm Tony Viagra.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it for BYO. Bring your own Tony Viagra to your next party.
Yeah.
What a night. Let's hear it for him, Tony Viagra. Let's hear it for everybody. Linda Marcus Smith, Sandy Bernstein, Oog, also known as Ed Smith, and of course, Tony Viagra. And we want to give out a big thank you to Dante Barnett, Superman Productions, for putting on Social Security Influencers.
Yeah.
Number 3. Let's give ourselves a hand. Great afternoon. Have a great night. Enjoy your extra hour of life.
Yeah.